we are going to be talking about the Germany student visa process. In this video, I'm going to break down the application process into 4 critical blocks. Firstly, pre-application. What all you need to do before you begin your student visa application. Use this updated, revised checklist for APS. There is a new test which has been introduced. Number 2 is going to be financials. This is there to ensure that you have enough money available to cover your living expenses. Number 3 is going to be how do you fill out your application forms. Finally, the VFS appointment booking process and post-submission requirement. So watch this video till the end to understand the entire step-by-step process, and I'll be sharing all the latest updates at the end of this video, so stick with me till the end. So block number 1, the pre-application requirements. So let's start with the APS certificate. Without this, you cannot file your German student visa. It's an academic verification process where your prior education is verified by this German organization even before the embassy sees them. But this is where the latest update has changed things. There is a new test called dMAT which has been introduced, and selected master students from India might need to take this examination to qualify for APS. For summer semester 2027 and later intakes, dMAT has become a mandatory part of the APS process. However, if you have already completed your APS registration and submitted your documents before 29 June 2026, this requirement doesn't apply for you. So if you're planning your masters in Germany, first make sure and check that does dMAT apply to you or not. I've already explained this dMAT process in detail in this video. You'll find the link in the description. Do watch it because you don't want to miss this. This whole process of applying for APS and getting your APS certificate can take between 3 to 12 weeks. That is a massive window and depends on your documents, institute where you have studied from in India, and the timing, how before you are applying from your intake date. And hence APS is generally the biggest bottleneck in this entire pre-application process. So my strong advice is start your APS at least 3 to 4 months before your final visa application date. Not after your offer letter arrives, but in parallel while you are waiting for your offer letters, especially from public universities. In the pre-application checklist, there is also a process for applying for APS. And to avoid any details for applying for APS, let me also share some more details. Your physical document packet should also be perfect. You must include the student authorization letter. This is a mandatory form which your current or previous university must sign to confirm your academic records. And before you courier your documents to the New Delhi office of APS, use this updated, revised checklist for APS and double check that you have not missed out on anything. Link to this checklist is also in the description. And one good news for you guys, when you are going to get your APS, it is no more a physical document. APS issues a digital certificate, it's called ZERT, and it comes with a QR code. So you don't need to wait for a physical document to come in your courier anymore. Alright, enough about the APS. So while you're going to get your APS sorted, you need to also work on your university enrollment. Accept your admission, lock in your seat, and collect your letter of admission. When you receive that letter, check it against the official visa checklist provided by the German embassy. You'll need this checklist so that you create identical 2 copies of the application documents required for block 2. And if you are going to a private university, make sure you are keeping the proof of your tuition fee payment. Some embassies may ask for it, especially if the fees is high. Other documents, as you see in this checklist, that you will require are proof of financials, proof of previous academic qualifications, proof of language proficiency in English or German, the payment of tuition or study fees I've already mentioned, but your curriculum vitae in a specific format, your motivation letter, travel health insurance, and visa fee payment receipt. So guys, now that you are aware of what all you will need in the pre-application stage, now let's go into block 2, which is preparing your financials. In financials, the biggest thing is going to be your blocked account. Germany has raised the blocked account requirement to 11,904 euros, which comes out to be around 992 euros per month. This account that is called the blocked account is your account in Germany where you put this money into the account and it gets logged there and released to you on a monthly basis. This is there to ensure that you have enough money available to cover your living expenses. This is what most students don't know. Blocked account is the most common route, but not the only way. If you have a sponsor in Germany, they can issue a formal obligation letter committing to cover your expenses. Or if you have a full scholarship from Germany or other EU funds that covers your living as well, that works too. So if you've done this, then you are ready with your finances. But another important part here is your health insurance. And this is not optional. This is legally mandatory both for your visa and also for your university enrollment. If you are under 30, public student health insurance, which is called JKV, costs approximately 120 to 150 euros per month. And that's actually very reasonable for what it covers. But here's a catch. If you are going for a language preparatory course before your main course starts, for that duration, you are actually not eligible for the public insurance. In that case, for that duration, you will have to arrange for a private health insurance. That is something that students find out sometimes too late. So if you are going for a language program, sort it early. And now comes block 3, where we're going to talk about your visa application process itself, the application, the documents, and the portal. You need to go to the Counselor Services portal and create your account. Complete this questionnaire in the portal, and it will generate a customized checklist for you based on your specific situation. Don't skip this part because your requirements can vary based on the university you are going to, your course, and your nationality. Then fill out this specific application form. You will get it at the CSP portal once you have completed your registration. Again, showing you the official visa checklist provided by the Germany mission, and ensure that every copy is A4 size and nothing is missing. You will need 2 copies because one the embassy will keep and one you will hold. Once everything is ready, upload high quality scans to the Counselor Services portal. This is important because the embassy does a preliminary review even before your in-person appointment. If something is missing, they will tell you to upload it digitally before your appointment itself. And in that case, your appointment slot won't be lost. So don't panic if you get a request for additional documents, just provide it. And if you have any queries regarding how to fill this form hasn't changed from last year. So you can check out this video where I've already explained how to fill out this form in depth. And then comes your block 4, which is about your VFS appointment and post-application process. Once your documents clear the preliminary review, you book your VFS global appointment. Most Germany missions will handle their visa applications via the VFS. Now, wait times here can be brutal. In high demand places like India, you're looking at 4 to 12 weeks for getting an appointment, and sometimes it can be even more. So the moment you know your documents are ready, don't wait, get in the queue. On the day of the appointment at VFS, bring all the originals of all the documents that you are submitting and not just the scans. And they'll also take your biometrics at the VFS on the day of the appointment. The visa fee for Germany will be 75 euros and it will be charged at the time when you're booking your visa appointment. Now, the process of booking this appointment is straightforward, and you can see it on the screen as a step-by-step process, as it is simple, and in a few steps, you can actually go ahead and book an appointment. But the only thing you need to be most careful about is the wait times, so that the overall timeline of you getting your visa is not compromised and you do not miss your entry. Once you have submitted your documents and done with your biometrics, your part is over. Now, here's a very important part, which is an update from July 2025. Previously, if your visa had gotten rejected, you could file something called a formal appeal within the German embassy system. That process now has been abolished from July 2025. Now, if you want to challenge a rejection, you have to file a lawsuit in Berlin. And that's completely a different level of complexity. So there is no process where you can take a shortcut, and if you get rejected, you can fix it later. Get the application right in the first time. And once your visa arrives, you will receive this email confirming that your decision has been made, and your passport will arrive with your student visa and you are ready to fly to Germany. So friend, that's the complete Germany student visa process end to end, latest in 2026. Start your APS early. Sort out your blocked account, get your insurance in place, upload high quality scans, and book your VFS slot in time, please. And if you found this useful, subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends who are going to study in Germany. And if you still have any queries, leave them in the comments because I'm going to answer all of them for you. And best of luck to you for your future in Germany.